caught me sorting out my bike. Well, actually it's not my bike, it's our bike. It's Simon's bike and my bike. It's a tandem bike. So it's a bike that you have two of you on. And this one's a very special one because it splits in half. Can you see? This is the front, yeah? And then this is the back, and it's all upside down. We've just got back from our holiday and it really needs a clean because we've been using it for 2 weeks. We've been camp cycling all around the coast of Norfolk and Suffolk, camping as we've gone, and we've had some good weather and some bad weather, so it got rather dirty, and I like to keep it nice and clean. You know, I've been thinking this week about what it means to prepare yourself for a long journey. We did somewhere between 250 and 280 miles on this bike, and it took us all the way. It was absolutely brilliant and it worked really well. But you know, it took some preparation to make sure it was in top condition so that it could endure the journey. Hi, well I've come upstairs because I finished cleaning the tandem and it's ready for another big Deeks adventure. I wonder what we'll do next time round. Well, it doesn't matter actually whether our journey is 10 miles or whether our journey is 250 miles. I always make sure that we're ready for the journey, that we're ready to do the long trip. So that means making sure, is the bike in good condition, is it clean, is it oiled, do the brakes work right? And then of course if we're going on a longer journey, then I'm checking, have we got the tent, is the tent okay? I always put it up before we set off to check that everything still works okay. And I think about other things that need to happen. Have we got enough food? Do we know where we're going to stay? Have I booked the campsites? If we've got any travel, like train travel, is that okay? And sometimes you have to prepare, don't you, for the long journey? And it got me thinking about Moses and how he was with the Israelites on a very long journey. And at one point, the people complained to Moses and said, "Look, you know, you've brought us out of Egypt, but things are so bad. We'd really rather go back to Egypt." I can't imagine how Moses must have felt right at that moment, thinking, well, you know, all this that God has done and you're so ungrateful. But the truth is, the Israelites were in need and they were feeling really downhearted. But you know, God came through and he had already provided for them. He'd already done the forward planning and he provided manna for them to eat and quail. And then of course they had the pillar of fire by night and the pillar of cloud by day to guide them, so they didn't need a map. You know, when Simon and I went on our long journey, we spent ages planning our route on a big map that I had on the wall in my office, and it's marked out about where we're going to be camping and what we're going to be doing. But you know, the Israelites didn't need to worry about that. God had already got that in store and planned for them. So I wonder what you're thinking about this. You know, I don't know how old you are, but you probably know you've got years and years ahead of you. And, you know, God has already got the long plan planned for you. He has good plans. It says in the Bible, he has plans to prosper you and not to harm you. That comes from the book of Jeremiah. And it's really true. And when I look back and I remember when I was your old age, how I wondered what my future would look like. But I can honestly tell you that by putting my life into the hands of God, I made the right decision. I'm not saying that there are times when I've never worried. I'm not saying that there are times when I've ever found things to be hard. Jesus never promised us an easy life, but he did promise that he would walk with us through all of the troubles. And that's what he did with Moses and the people as they walked through the wilderness. He was with them. He didn't promise that it would be easy, and they faced lots of challenges. So I would just encourage you this week, as you're thinking about being prepared for the long journey, think now. Think about what you need to be doing today to invest in your future. Time spent with Jesus is never wasted. And I would encourage you, get to know your Heavenly Father, get to know Jesus, so that you are ready for the long journey. See you again, kids. Have a great week. Bye.